I'm going to show you why retiring at 62 could actually save your retirement. If you're approaching 62 and you feel behind, you're not alone. Most people believe retiring at 62 is a mistake and that you need to keep working and saving and playing catch up before you even think about stepping away. But the truth is that belief might be doing more harm than good. And feeling behind is almost always emotional, not mathematical. In many cases, waiting longer doesn't make people feel more secure, it actually makes them feel more anxious. That's why in this video we're going to unpack whether retiring at 62 is the smartest time to retire, regardless of how much fear you feel. My name is Jeremy Finger. I'm a certified financial planner and I've been helping people successfully retire for nearly 30 years. So today I'm going to show you exactly what being ready really looks like and why 62 could be your ideal retirement age and how to reframe this decision so you can move forward with confidence and not regret. Here's the real issue. Most people delay retirement because they feel behind, but that feeling is often vague, and that fear of retiring will now lead into regret and that they'll run out of money, lose purpose, and make a mistake they can't undo. But this mindset creates a dangerous loop. The longer you delay, the more anxious and uncertain you feel. We're not taught how to define readiness, only really how to save. So if you haven't hit a really big number, you assume that you have failed. And that belief, that is what keeps people stuck, even when they might be in position to retire well. So what's really going on here? Let's break down the three most common misconceptions that drive into this fear. These are beliefs I see over and over again, and then the real reason many people hesitate to retire at 62. But when we unpack them, the fear starts to look a lot less logical. Let's start with the first one. Belief number one. You need to hit a magic number to retire. We've all heard it. You need 2 million, 3 million, some cases 4 million or more before you're allowed to retire. But this idea completely ignores your actual lifestyle, your expenses, your goals, the dreams you want to hit. You might be able to live off far less. Some people might need a lot more. It all depends on you. This belief keeps you chasing a moving target, and every time you get close, it moves again. It's like trying to hit a bullseye that shifts every time the wind blows. No wonder people feel so anxious. Now, if you're already starting to see how these kinds of beliefs are shaping your decisions, I've got something that can help. It's called the bridge method. It's a simple framework we use to map out your income, your spending, your savings, and exactly where you stand. There's a link in the description below and you can learn more about the bridge method. It's a short video, but for many people, this is the first time they've actually seen their retirement plan make sense. Let's move on to belief number two. More time automatically means more readiness. Now, working longer can help if you're using time intentionally, but a lot of people just keep working because they're afraid, not because their plan has changed. If your plan is exactly the same year after year, working more doesn't fix that uncertainty. It just postpones it. What you're really doing is adding years of stress, not security. Time doesn't solve what planning should. And belief number three, feeling behind means you're not ready. This might be the biggest one. Behind is a feeling, not a number. It's the voice in your head that says you should have saved more. You're not like the others. You're not ready. But that voice, it often comes from vague goals, comparison, fear-mongering from the media. Most people I speak to are in better shape than they realize, and they haven't really seen the full picture. It's like being in a tightrope in the clouds, panicking with every step, and realizing that you're not in the clouds at all. You're firmly on solid ground. So, what do people who retire confidently at 62 know what others don't? They make one powerful shift. They stop chasing numbers and start defining outcomes. Instead of asking, do I have enough? What they really do is they ask themselves the question, does what I have support the life I want? They ask better questions. And that change, that one reframe, is often what unlocks the clarity to step away with confidence, not hesitation. What people really want at 62 isn't just a green light to retire, it's the peace of mind knowing that they won't regret it later. But chasing a magic number doesn't give you that. In fact, it often does quite the opposite. It keeps you second guessing. People who retire confidently have something different. They have clarity. They know what their retirement costs. They know what income is dependable and whether their current savings actually covers their income gap. It's what I call outcome-based planning. Your life isn't someone else's number. It's a simple way to reframe retirement readiness based on what is important to you and your family. Okay, so how does this work? We start by flipping the question. Instead of asking, do I have enough to retire and what does it cost? We ask ourselves, what kind of life do I want to live? And from there, we break it down. What are your fixed expenses? What are you flexible with? What income do you already have, like Social Security, pensions, or annuity income? Once we know that, we're not guessing anymore. We can map out the difference and identify what your income gap is and what your savings really needs to cover. Why does this work so well? Because it replaces fear with facts. It turns retirement from a foggy someday thing into a defined plan that you can actually visualize and, more importantly, trust. And the impact? Most people discover they're far closer than they thought. Not because they save more, but because they finally saw their situation clearly. Remember, it's like walking a tightrope in the clouds. You may feel that way, but you're often standing on solid ground and you just don't know it. And that changes everything. Now, if you're listening to this and you're thinking, this makes sense, but I still don't know if I could retire at 62, don't worry, you're not alone. That's exactly why I created our proprietary process called the Bridge Method. It's designed to help you map out your income, your spendings, and your savings, and I'll show you in plain English whether you're ready to retire or not. There's a link in the description of this video. Take a look at it when you're ready. It's just a short video that has helped lots of people get clarity on what they're missing, and I think it could help you too. So there you have it. Retiring at 62 isn't just possible, it might be actually the smartest decision that you could make. And we've unpacked the fear of falling behind, why that fear might not be telling you the full story, and how shifting your focus from panic to perspective can change everything about your retirement decision. But let me be honest, knowing when to retire is only part of the picture. What really matters is whether your plan supports the life you really want. And that's where most people get stuck. And that's where I've spent nearly 3 decades helping people like you find clarity they need to move forward. So if you're wondering whether you're really ready, not just on paper, but in real life, I'd love to help. Simply click the link in the description to watch a short video to see if 62 truly works for you. I'm Jeremy Finger. Thank you for being here with me, and I'll see you in the next video.